Well, hello, and welcome to another live edition of Davey's American Racing, coming to you live from Fallon, Nevada. Been a great week. Sorry I was not here last week. We've had some bad wind storms here the last 2 or 3 weeks here in Nevada. And from all the wind, the dust, the sand, and everything, plus all our cottonwood trees are blooming. If you don't know what that means, all the cotton from the cottonwood trees are blowing all over the place, and it actually makes it look in some places like it has snowed. All right, we got Greg on. Greg, how you doing, buddy? Keith Colbert, how you doing? And I got a Facebook user. You didn't click the little blue ink where it says click so I can see your name. But it says, hey, Mr. Davey. Let me know who that is on the Facebook user. Just said, hey, Mr. Davey. And who else just Dwight Everett. What is going on, Dwight Everett? Donald Folsom, how you doing, buddy? Ron Christofoli is on here. Glad to see all you guys on here. Greg, no, doing good yet? I'm doing fine. Been a long week for me. We'll start off over the weekend. I even forgot what I did over the weekend. Let's see. Saturday. Oh, yeah, I know what it was. Went to, there was no racing at Top Gun track strip. So I went to our track here, Rattlesnake Raceway here in Fallon, Nevada. They had a 2-day program there. I'll give you some of the coverage there in a little bit, but they had a Saturday and a Friday, or Saturday and Sunday races going on. And I'll give you the finishings of their main events in a little bit. So that's what I did over the weekend there. And then on Tuesday, I don't know, probably everybody's heard about this company, Chewy's. Yeah, Chewy's the big dog food company. Well, they're based in Orlando, Florida. I think it is. I know in Florida. I'm not sure about Orlando. Then they do have another store here, not too far from Fallon or Fernley. It's about 18 miles up there, American Canyon Road. I think it is. I can't remember the name of that. They've got a warehouse there, but it is not that big. But they did open a brand new warehouse in Sparks, Nevada. I'll tell you what, it is big, and I mean big. They're going to be employing 1,500 people at that place there. But they had their grand opening yesterday for all their employees that they've got so far. They're going to be covering up maybe 2 or 3 shifts so far, but they're going to be going 24 hours a day. So that's how many shifts they're going to be going there at Chewy's. But I got hired by my good buddy. He gave me a call. He didn't hire, but Brian Lay, a very, very funny comedian. I met him a couple of years ago when he was out here performing, and I got to do some music and the audio for couple of his events, and we become pretty close friends after that. But he calls me up last week. Hey, what are you doing Tuesday? I said, nothing as far as I know. Good. Can you be at Chewy's there in Sparks by 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning? I go, what do you mean? I'm still slaves. And no, they need you there. I told them about you. They want to hire you for the music for their opening. So here it comes. Monday night, I'm getting everything ready, cleaned it all the speakers up, polished them up a little, make them look good. And I got so excited, I could not fall asleep Monday night because I actually didn't want to be late showing up to there. Sparks like an hour drive from here. So stayed up all night, loaded the truck about 4 o'clock in the morning. About 5 o'clock, I got on the road, got up there. I was the first one there. Of course, nobody was there, but they finally showed up. So I got set up, did my thing, as they say, and the gal that it was in charge of everything, the opening morning for all the ceremony, she came back afterwards and said, you're our man from now on. Once a month, we're going to have special things for all our employees, so you are hired. I said, that's fine, I'll be here. But that was my Tuesday morning. Today, we had a grand opening, brand new building here at the Churchill County Fairgrounds. It's called the Raptor 3C building. It is big. Bigger than I thought it was. They already got stuff already going on there. Of course, today was a big opening day, plus having a big private dinner for everybody that was involved in building this building. They're going to have rodeos, concerts, you name it out there. And they're already booked for rodeos and concerts. In fact, let me go over to my, okay. Even before I can get into this, I want to apologize. We're a little bit darker here this afternoon on the program here. Reason why I got a brand new, well, it's not brand new, it looks brand new, it's almost brand new, corner desk, and it's big. And we're talking big. It's so big, I got 1, 2, 3 of my computers hooked up just for the show. plus my monitor to control all the music and the sound and everything else in there. So now I got room to do things wrong. Plus my printer's over here. That way I can put my speakers in the background. I do for my DJing and whatever else I need them for. They're all back here with everything, all my equipment, everything. Now I've got it organized. Where before that other desk I had room like that to do the show in. So now I could open up my arms. But it's a little bit dark. I got to figure out some lighting in here. I've only got one light on, and it's a little bit darker. Of course, before I had it over on this wall to my right. I know it looks like left, but that's television. So the sunlight would come in and help out, make it a little bit brighter. But now with the shelving on the quarter desk there is blocking out a lot of the sunlight. So I only turned on one light and it's still a little darker. If I turn this other light on, you'll see a lot of reflections. And I do apologize for my light. My glasses have a reflection on there. I can't do nothing about that. But again, it feels really good with the new desk. Okay, good stuff there. The new building here at the Churchill County Fairgrounds, they are going to have a rodeo. This is how quickly this got booked into it. And it is sponsored by the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association, in other words, the PRCA. It'll be a one-night event. Now, it's going to be featuring saddle bronc and bear bronc. There's probably over 50 cowboys coming in for that night. Now, what is so important about this and amazing about it, it's going to be the biggest, richest purse in the nation they've had so far. Remember, this is a brand new building. $50,000 that night will be distributed throughout all the cowboys that night. And it's the top riders in the nation will be coming in for that $50,000. Why is the top riders? Because that following week, the rodeo in Reno opens up, and it's the West's largest paying rodeo for 6 days. And they give away a lot of money. And a lot of those cowboys will be here on the 15th. They'll go over to Reno for that rodeo there for the PRCA big rodeo there. And that's why they're all coming in. And it'll be televised. You'll be able to watch it live on the Cowboy Channel. So look up whatever company you've got on the Cowboy station. You'll be able to pick it up live. So they're expecting, it's almost sold out. I know all the premier seating down the bottom is all sold out. So I think it's left is up in the higher bleachers, which I get to go buy those ones. But that's okay. Wherever you're sitting at, you're going to have a good view of the whole rodeo down in the bottom there. Already brought the dirt in last week for that rodeo. That's just how quickly PRCA works. So they use special dirt. It's not like the dirt we've got around here for our normal rodeos. They've got a special dirt they do travel with and set up weeks before or wherever they're at. And it's all set up and ready to go. And they had the grand opening today for the building, which was great. The mayor and everybody else was there. A lot of the city council members, all our county district members were there too, because the county does own the building there on the site. So we had everybody there. Everybody got some awards and everything. It was pretty nice opening ceremonies. But again, private dinner tonight and I can't go. That's okay. I didn't want to go anyhow. Yeah, I did. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Plus, they're going to have the regular concerts coming in. And I think they can seat to about 8,000 people in that building. I don't know how many can do it with concerts and stuff like that, but there if I remember, it was 8,000 people that can sit in there at one time. So looking pretty good there at the new arena. And the bleachers like this, and then it drops down maybe about 10 feet where the arena is. So you can kind of look down instead of looking straight forward like you would normally do. But no, it drops down so you can get a whole great view of the whole arena. And they've got like, if I remember right, 6 chutes already set up for the rodeo on June the 15th here. So if you need tickets, go ahead and go to, where was it at? battlebornbronx.com. battlebornbronx.com. You can go there and buy tickets for it. And general admission is $25. Children 2 to 12 is 15, and 2 and under are free. Now, like I said, the big good seats are all sold out. They're completely sold out. So I imagine you better, if you want to get them, tickets right now for that night, battlebornbronx.com. And I have a feeling it's going to be sold out that night. So that is pretty good. All right. I'm going to have a special guest on here. He's kind of like my boss. We'll have him on later. we're going to have him live, but his computer's not set up with Chrome yet. So I told him he needs to get Chrome downloaded, but I'm going to call him on the phone. He is the promoter of this Rock-A-Billy Riot car show we got coming up here next week on June 9th through the 12th. So we'll have him on here, and he's going to get complete details on there. We've got a lot going on. He hired me on last year as a DJ. And at the end of the program, it was all over on Sunday. Him and his crew, I think there's like about 8 or 10 of them that he hires full time to be able to put these riot shows on. They all agreed I'll be their DJ and their main MC, which is pretty good. Kind of like that. And I've never been to a Rockabilly Riot. These are the old rat rod cars. I've always loved them. Never been able to have the chance to go see a show like that. And I fell in love. Forget those $50,000, $90,000, $100,000 custom cars. No, just kidding. But it was all nice to see. Nothing but rat rods, pickups, trucks, you name it. It was awesome. And we're going to have a special guest that Saturday. I don't know how many people watch a program called Full Custom Garage. Ian Russell himself will be here on Saturday, the 10th. And Ian Russell from Full Custom Garage. And I wish I had time to go meet him. But at the same time, we got a 3-day race at Top Gun Drag Strip, which I'll be covering in a little bit for NHRA, our divisional nationals for 3 days. Plus, I got to kind of sneak away later on in the evening, Friday and Saturday, to be able to do some MC and some announcing there. So I got to work that in too. But Paul and I just got off the phone, so I got to go talk to my boss about this stuff. But yeah, if you get a chance, June 9th and the 12th, right here in Fallon, Nevada at the Churchill County Fairgrounds. Also this weekend coming up, where is it at? Uh-oh, did I lose it? Yes, I did. Okay, we got that. Maybe I can go back to here. Let me find it. But it's the car show coming up in Lovelock, Nevada. Street Fever, there it is. Nope, that's the wrong one. It's gonna. No, that's not it. Well, it's coming up this weekend in Lovelock. Where do I have it at? Oh, here it is. Here it is. It's on this computer. I got to get used to 3 computers here. It's the Let's Shine Lovelock Street Fever Car Show and Shine this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, June 4th and the 5th. So if you got nothing to do this weekend, come on out, especially around Fallon area, Fernley. I'd say Winnemucca, but Winnemucca has a big race coming up this weekend, and we'll be covering that in a little bit as well. So everybody around this area. Now, it may be a small town, Lovelock, Nevada, but we get cars from California, Utah, you name it. It's a big car show there in Lovelock, Nevada this week in June 4th and the 5th. So if you need some more information, get a hold of me, or you can call Patty at 775-560-5801 and talk to Patty. She's been one of the directors out there for many years. They hired me last year to do the show. Their DJ they've had was out there for many, many, many years, and he's one of the big DJs also out at in Reno there on Hot August nights. He's been out there for many years, but he retired last year. So my good friends called me up there from, I met them all at Lovelock Speedway when I was announcing when they were in charge of the racetrack, called me up, hey, come on out, be our DJ. And again, another one shows after it was over, they all got together, you're our permanent DJ guy, for as long as you can come out. So I was kind of happy about that. Again, that'll happen this weekend in Lovelock, Nevada. Let's Shine Lovelock Street Fever Show and Shine for 2022, June 4th and the 5th. Of course, that's one of these shows I got to be ready to go by 6:30 in the morning, because that's when everybody starts showing up, and I got to start announcing some stuff. And but that's okay. It's a great show. Great people who run it, and I'm be there. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's see who else we got. Let's see. Ken Newberry, AAS this weekend. Oh, at All American race Speedway. Big racing there. If you've never seen the AAS, highly recommend going this weekend to All American Raceway there in. Battery running low. I didn't plug one of the batteries in. Hang on, bear with me. Hang on. I got to find out what battery this is here. It was supposed to be plugged in. Oh, okay. There it is. It's plugged back in now. Unplugged it up here on top. In Roseville, California. There you go. Ken, I wish I could make it this weekend, but like I just said, I'll be in Lovelock for 2 days for the car show there. Zoe Sandoval, congratulations on your graduation last week. She had a busy 2 weeks. Her birthday, turned 22, and then she graduated again from, I'm not sure, I know it wasn't high school, not at 22. Tisha Berry's on here. Hey, good rodeo. Yeah, it's going to be a good rodeo. And again, you can catch it live on the Cowboy Channel. Find out whatever carrier you got and find the Cowboy Channel. It'll be on June 15th, 17th. I forgot what day it was. But you can find it. It'll take me a couple of minutes. Let me see if I can find it again here. Oh, I don't think so because it's going to go that way. Won't let me go the other way. Oh, you got the dates. We got it down there. Just look it up and it'll be there. Ty Schmidt's on there. How you doing, buddy? Dwight Everett. When do you want to announce Together Again? You know, Dwight, give me a call. I've got something working. It may not be for this year, but next year for sure. But I don't want to say anything about that yet. But again, if you want to come up to Top Gun Track Strip whenever you feel like it, buddy, when we got racing going on, and we'll get together again because I love working with you, man. It's awesome working with you. Alan Shafto, how you doing? Feeling better too. Yeah, I heard you were sick there, Alan. Got to drink more beer. Okay, I'll call you after the show. Yeah, just give me a call after the show. Saw you in a photo the other day at I guess it was the go-kart track you guys were announcing out there. Good looking photo. Okay, did I miss anybody? I'm sure other people will be coming on. But yeah, that's what's been happening around this area in Nevada. I've been so busy, I haven't had time to even do some fishing. That's really getting me upset there. But one other thing on that car show, it's been around Lovelock since 1986. I forgot to mention that. So it's been around for quite a few years. And like I said, it's a big car show. When I first went out there, I know Lovelock was a small town. I didn't think you were going to get that many cars. But when I got there on Friday, set up Saturday morning and walked out, man, this place is almost full already and it's early in the morning. So like I said, they come from all over California, Utah, Nevada for this car show. And they run a pretty good car show. Everybody gets a lot of awards out of this too as well. But again, that's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, it's kind of a get together at one of the ice cream shops there. And we'll all get together and have some ice cream. But that's okay. All right. I forgot to say, I'm Davey, your host for this program. Yeah, I know. I haven't used that for a while. I hit the wrong button. I was supposed to go. Or, thank you. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to be downloading later on this new box I got for the program here. But let's get into what this program is all about. Covering racing here in Northern Nevada and California, Central, Northern, and Southern California. A couple of tracks I could not get into because I ran out of ink. Makes me mad. I hate to say it, but I bought a brand new Canon and their ink cartridges don't last long. So I'm going back to HP printers. At least I know their black ink at least lasts a lot longer than what these do. Not trying to put anybody down, but that's just the way. All right, Rattlesnake Raceway had a 2-day program here. They're Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. All right, let's go to Saturday night. Had quite a few cars there. Mini stocks. They had 12 cars in that main event. Travis Shaw picked up the main event. Cooper Lee was second. Joseph Cook was third. Caden Boucher was fourth. And Joseph Ruxin. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but it's RookYzen. At least that's the way they have it spelled on their website. All right, hobby stocks. They had 12 hobby stocks. I remember days we had almost 20, 25 hobby stocks and paying them like $500 to $600 to win. But I don't know what happened through the years. I guess everybody got fun things getting more expensive through the years. So, but they still put on a pretty good show with 12 hobby stocks. Jesse Gonzalez, a local driver out of Fallon. Last name been involved in racing around many, many years here in Fallon, Nevada at Rattlesnake Raceway. Then Dan Diaz, the trash man, finished in second. Victor Ritchie was third. Clayton Holloway was fourth. And Shane Boyd was fifth. Bootleggers. If you don't know what bootleggers are, it's a group got together about 4 or 5 years ago. And it's just take a car basically off the parking lot or buy a car from somebody, put a roll bar in it, take out all the lights and stuff like that, and go racing. If you want, you can leave the radio in. I used to have a radio years and years ago when I first started. I just crank it up while I was racing. But yeah, it's they put on some good racing out there, and they are called bootleggers. They only had 10 on Saturday night. Of course, the big guy, the local guy, Ray Blankenship, picked up the main event win. Logan Sage was second. Bob Vaden was third. I think he had a little bit of problems, and I'll tell you what happened on Sunday with him. Clayton Heflin was fourth, and Stuart Satterhite was fifth. IMCA Sport Mods, a lady from Reno with another main event. Shayna Neiman picking up the main event. Kevin Kentop was second. Stuart Satterhite, this guy's busy. He is busy out here racing. Was third. Fourth was Brad Scramlin. And Logan Sage. Logan Sage also does double duty out there. IMCA Modifieds. They only have 6 modifieds on Saturday. Our local guy, Zach Kale, picked up the main event. Travis White, good to see him back in a modified this year. Second, Wade Lumpson was third. Michael Anderson. I'd call, hey, Mr. Anderson from the movie, Mr. Anderson. And Dale Tatum was fifth. IMCA Stock Cars only had 5. That class is growing. Mickey Boucher picked up the main event. Jesse Gonzalez was second. Alyssa Jones was third. Keep an eye on that young lady there, Alyssa Jones. Oh, she is awesome. Fourth was Rusty McMillan. Fifth was Alex Knetset. All right, let's go to Sunday's race. It started at 5 p.m. Mini stocks again with 12. This time it was Travis Shaw, back-to-back main events for him. Cooper Lee second, and Saturday night was second. Jordan Riley third. Kent Knightsley was fourth, and Colton Blankenship was fifth. Hobby stocks, Dan Diaz picking up the main event. Dan finished second on Saturday night. Victor Ritchie, there we go, was third, and he finished third on Saturday as well. And Angela Diaz made the top 5 in that 5th spot, which is good to see her up there. I think she's running second in points. I'd have to look it up again at Rattlesnake Raceway. All right, bootleggers, they did lose 1 car on Sunday, but different main event winner. Bob Vaden back on top there with the win. Tiger Garland was second. Wade Lumsden was third. Stuart Satterhite was fourth, and Logan Sage was fifth. Sport Mods was 7. I forgot to count on Saturday, but Stuart Satterhite picked up the main event. Shayna Neiman was second. She won the main event on Saturday. Kevin Kentop was third. He finished second on Saturday night. Then Jason Jova, I'm going to spell it Jovanelly. I'll get it right next time. And then Brad Ballard was fifth. IMCA Modifieds. Travis White finishing second on Saturday, picked up the main event. Wade Lumpson was third on Saturday, was second. Michael Anderson was fourth on Sunday, finishing third. Then fourth, Zach Kelly was the main event winner on Saturday. And then fifth, Jason Pesca was fifth. That does it right there. Since we're still in Nevada, I'm going to come over here to Winnemucca Regional Raceway. They've got a very, 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 very special race coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They've got some racing on Friday night too, but it's a different type of racing got going on. I understand it's kind of like a little points fun, not points, but potluck in the money, let's put it that way, to do Friday night. But Saturday and Sunday, it is their High Desert Classic Shootout. And pits are open at 2 p.m. on Friday, 2 p.m. on Saturday, and 8 a.m. on Sunday. Grandstands will open at 5 p.m. on Friday, Saturday at 10 a.m. on Sunday. Racing starts at 7 p.m. Friday and Saturday at 1 p.m. on Sunday. All right, modified each night. To start, you'll get $100. Sport mods, $75 to start. Stock cars, $65 to start. Northern Nevada hobbies, $55 to start. Now, pretty sure this is what the payout's going to be. This is what they got on the website. And I don't see anywhere it says mandatory cars, 10 cars or more, or whatever. Modifieds on Friday will pay $1,000. Saturday, $1,500. Sunday, $2,000 on Sunday. Sport mods on that's first place. First place main event winner on Friday night, $750 to win. $1,125 to win on Saturday, and Sunday, $1,500. Stock cars Friday night, $500. Saturday night, $750, and Sunday, $1,000 to win for the main event. And the Nevada hobby stocks Friday night is $400, Saturday $600, Sunday $800. You can go to their website and pick it all up and just go to WinnemuccaRegionalRacing.com, and you can pick up all the info you need there for this weekend. If I wasn't going to Lovelock for the car show, I'd be there this weekend too to watch this race. It's going to be the first year that I've missed it, but it's going to be a big race right there in Winnemucca, Nevada. Great track, great people running it out there. Mike, great promoter out there, or president, I should say. I'm still used to saying promoters from California. I still can't get in my mind. These are associations that are run by presidents, vice presidents, secretaries, or whatever, and on down the line. So I still can't get it into my mind. But if you get a chance, Winnemucca Regional Raceway this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's see, we covered that. Let's go to, like I said, I ran out of ink. So up there in Siskiyou County, Eureka, California, they had the Tri-State Pro Stock Outlaw Pro Stocks were there. The Outlaw Pro Stocks are from Oregon, and the Tri-State is Nevada and California. And some are doing both duties on the Outlaw Pro Circuit and the State Stocks from Oregon. They had a big race out there. Two-day race. Let's go on to Saturday. Yeah, this is Saturday, which was the 28th. Justin Crockett from Arroyo Grande, California, picked up the main event. Ryan Smith out of Kalinga, California, was second. Jeffrey Hudson out of Keno, Oregon, was third. And Frank Nybeck out of Santa Maria, California, was fourth. And fifth was Richard Brace Jr. out of Grass Valley, California. And the only reason I mentioned the towns, I don't mention them on the other ones, but on this race, they pick up a lot of people from Oregon, Northern California, Central Valley, and Southern California that were there this weekend. And that was their top five. Of course, you can go to Siskiyou or My Race Pass and pick up all the finishes from the classes they had there over the weekend. Let's go to Sunday night, which was a very, very cold night there. I was supposed to be there Sunday and helping out with the announcing there, but I ate something Saturday night and woke up Sunday morning, got up at 5 and wasn't feeling good. It was something I must have ate because my stomach was going south. So I called Roy Bain up, told him I could not make it. I'm not feeling good. But Roy did a great job on Speed Vision Television. That's what it was going to be live on. Did a great job all by himself. But like I said, he said it was cold on Sunday there, so I'm kind of glad I didn't make it. But okay, on Sunday, Justin Crockett. Now, it's going to kind of sound like the same top five from Saturday, but it's not. Justin Crockett make back-to-back wins. Ryan Smith was second on Saturday and tonight. Jeffrey Hudson was third on Saturday and third tonight. But James Flowers out of Klamath Falls was fourth, and Richard Brace Jr. out of Grass Valley was fifth. So they had a good car count there. They had 18 cars on Sunday. Let's see, on Saturday they had 22 cars starting the main event. and Johnny Cobb and Jay Sears, both with DNS, did not start the main event. Tough break for those two drivers, but they had a good car count. And the reason I mention it, because they'll be in California in June the 26th or 27th. I got to look it back up. They're up there in Cedarville, California. We got a big race up there for the Gordy Russell Memorial Race. We haven't had it for 2 years because of the pandemic, but it's back. And quite a bit of money has been added to the purses there. Normally, we just run the pro stocks and the hobby stocks. This year, they have added the IMCA modified sport mods, and I believe the IMCA stock cars plus the hobby stocks will be with us this weekend. So, or not this week, but when we come back, starting next week, I'll be advertising it more and more because they're only a couple, 3 weeks away. They're up there in Cedarville, California. Cedarville, California is one of those towns. When you drive in, the way you're coming in from the highway, make a little right turn to go to the fairgrounds, you actually can blink your eyes and you can go through town. That's how small it is. But I tell you what, the first year we were there about 3-4 years ago, the track was shut down for about 12 years of racetrack there at the fairgrounds. It got shut down. And Gordy Russell Sr. was one of the guys that started that. They had raced there for many, many years. So Gordy Jr., his son, decided to put a memorial race on for him. So we decided to go, or they decided to go the first year there at the track there in Cedarville, California. And they asked me to come up and be their announcer out there, which I most highly said, yes, yes, yes. And that first night, grandstands completely sold out. Of course, remember, they haven't had racing up there in 12 years. One night of racing. By the second or third heat, they ran out of beer and they ran out of food. So after the race, a lot of us went downtown and 2 bars were kind of cleaned up. And made them go dried out with no more beer or whatever, too. So they were pretty happy about that. But the following year, they were ready for us. They had a lot of beer at the racetrack and a lot of food. And the bars were ready to receive us after the races as well. But again, the grandstands are always packed there. So I know they're looking forward to be back up there June the 25th. Thank you, Robert Mole. Yeah, June the 25th. That's when we'll be there that weekend. Again, next Wednesday, I'll start advertising more about that race. Donnie Richardson's one of the promoters putting it out. Thanks, Davey. In fact, he was the one that called me up and says, hey, we're back. Let's do it. You're coming back to be in that side. Good. That's good. I'll probably have Donnie on and a couple of other guests. We'll have about maybe 3 of them on probably about the week before. Some of the guys that are promoting this, Jesse Gonzalez right here out of Fallon as well. We'll get all these guys on there and we'll talk about that race and how fun and exciting it is. Plus all the money that's been added onto this year as well. Everybody in town, all the other surrounding towns there, they all get involved with sponsor monies, everything. You name it. And a big shout out to everybody that helps put on that show there in Cedarville, California. So I don't know why, I just like a Cedarville, California. But again, we'll start covering up that next weekend. All right. Let's go to the world of NASCAR. They were at Charlotte Motor Speedway there on May the 29th for the big Memorial Weekend we just had up. Let's see. Denny Hamlin picking up the win. Kyle Busch was third. Kevin Harvick was third. Kevin's been on a roll lately here last couple 3 weeks. And Chase Briscoe was fourth. Christopher Bell was fifth. I'll just go to the 10th spot. Tyler Reddick was sixth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was seventh. Michael McDowell was eighth. Kyle Larson was ninth. And Alex Bowman was 10th. I did not watch the race. I did watch Indy, though. And I should have covered Indy. I'm sorry about that. But I forgot. I should have, but I didn't even watch the race here. Went to Rattlesnake Raceway on Sunday night to watch night number 2 there. And that's right. I should have recorded, but I didn't. But again, congratulations. Denny Hamlin picking up the main event there in Charlotte. World of Outlaws, they ran, let's see, what day was the 30th? What day was the 30th? It was Sunday. I got to go over here. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. No, Monday night. Yeah, they were in Lawrenceburg Speedway there. And let's see, who picked up the $10,000 to win? Was Sheldon Hotchild. Picked up $10,000 to win. Kyle Larson was second. Logan Sherhart was third. David Gravel was fourth. And Spencer Baston was fifth. Of course, you're going to go to the websites World of Outlaws, NASCAR, and pick up all the finishes there. I have to say, 6 was Giovanni Salzi, 7th with Brad Sweet, and 8th with Carl Macedo. Went down there. All California guys. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the top 8 from California in the World of Outlaws in that main event finish. All right, let's go over to Top Gun Drag Strip. We got the biggest race of the year coming up next weekend. It's oops, what happened here? There we go. June 10th, the 11th, and the 12th. Or Friday, June the 10th, we'll have some TNT daytime only. Plus, join us that week will be the West Coast Super Gas Association. They'll be with us that whole weekend, and they do bring a lot of super gas cars out there for Friday, so they'll have their show on Friday. Plus, again, Saturday and Sunday, they'll be back with us too. Then on Saturday, our NHRA National Opens, along with the Junior Drag Divisional will be with us. Plus, it'll be our Summit ET and Junior Drag Race number 5. And again, the West Coast Super Gas Association will be running with us on Saturday. And then Sunday, final round with the NHRA National Open, our Junior Drag Divisionals, and round number 6 with our Summit ET and Junior Drag Racing. All Saturday and Sunday start at 6 a.m. Now, last year when I was there, we didn't have this the first year I was with Top Gun because it was a short season because of the pandemic. Then last year, they didn't tell me about this, how many hours I was going to be on the microphone announcing. Friday, I started at 10 a.m., didn't get done to maybe 5 or 6 on Friday p.m. On Saturday, started at 8 a.m., did not get done to about 8 p.m., announcing all the way straight through by myself. Sunday started at 8 a.m., and luckily we got done about 5 o'clock. By the time 5 o'clock rolled around, I had no voice left. That's a lot of hours sitting and announcing. I think that's why they didn't say a word to me. But it was pretty good. I learned a lot being new, still new at drag racing. Had a couple of people there, big shots from NHRA. And I forgot the gentleman's name, I'm sorry, who runs Las Vegas Motor Speedway down there. He was out there helping me. So they were giving me some hints about announcing drag racing. So that really, really helped. So thank you to those guys. So that's what's happening June the 10th, 11th, and 12th at Top Gun Drag Strip here in Fallon, Nevada, our NHRA National Opens. Then we'll come back Saturday, the 25th of June. A $5 grudge night and a test and tune as well that night. Now, if I remember right, last year during the NHRA National on Friday night, we had a $5 grudge night, and it's over 600 cars that ran that night. You want to talk about being tired over that weekend? That's a lot of announcing, especially after running on a Friday for 600 cars. And some of those guys make 3 and 4 runs at a time in the night, but we got it all in. So that's what's happening in the month of June at Top Gun Drag Strip. But right now, I'm going to try to make a call. Paul Sampson, he is the promoter for this Rockabilly car show we got coming up here. Let's go to recent. Try to call him. And hopefully we can go live with him on the phone. It'll be his house phone.
Hello.
Is this Mr. Paul?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Paul Sampson. How you doing? I got to turn you up somehow here. There you go. Give me a little shout out there.
Hey, how you doing, Davey?
I'm doing fine. All right. The rest of you people there on my comments, can you hear Paul? Just put a yes or something on there, and I'll get with Donnie Richardson. Thank you. James Greenwald, how you doing? Pretty good to see your name on here. And we'll get Paul. He is Sampson. He is the promoter of this Rockabilly Riot. In fact, it's his 12th annual Rockabilly here, and they moved it to Fallon last year. They've had it in Reno, Sparks, all over the place here, but I think they found a home here in Fallon, Nevada. The Churchill County Fairground just opened up their arms to him, and he's back next week. Paul, welcome to Davey's American Racing.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Okay. Now, some of these people don't know what a rockabilly riot is. Kind of explain what this is all about.
Okay, the show is a little bit more than rockabilly. After I started the first year, we're traditional hot rods. We're looking for the guys that drive their car to work when they get off at night to go home and work on their other cars. And it's traditional. These guys are drivers. There's not a lot of cars that you would see at Hot August Nights at my show.
I tell you what, 2 years ago, when it was last year when I met you. I had never been to one of these shows, and I fell in love with it. And plus, I have to tell the story first of all. I think I met you about 4 or 5 months before the show, and asked if you needed some music out there. And he says, "Yeah, come on out." And I think you forgot me, and I forgot all about you. So I went out there on Friday night, met you, and told you who I was, and he goes, "Be here Saturday morning." Just about like that. But I'm glad I did show up on Saturday morning.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be doing a lot of stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
The show is all about the guys that work on the car, like the guys that drive circle track. They have to go home after they work 8 hours and work on a car. Rockabilly is the same type of person. It's not like going to other shows where the guys are all driving trailer queens. These guys know exactly what camshafts in there, what lifters they got, what their bore and stroke on the car. And it's a real cool place. They all want to sit and talk to you the whole time you're there. So
I know I had a great time talking to a lot of the owners of the cars there, and I was getting a lot of information about what's going on in the past years with this. I still want to call it a car show, which it is. I mean, the old Rat Rods is still a car show. Again, I've always loved rat rods, and this is the first time I ever had the opportunity to be able to see so many of them. I mean, just not rat rods. You had trucks out there. You had the old diesel trucks were out there as well. A lot of great cars were out there.
Yeah, this year is going to be really cool. We got a lot of bands. Saturday night we're going to have bands all the way up until midnight, and we've got 60 tattoo artists. Just had a guy calling that he's got 25 acres of cars, and the newest one he's got is a 64 Buick, and he's going to try to figure out how to bring up a couple of truckloads of cool parts and stuff, which will be fun. And of course, we're going to have Davey announcing the Pinup Girl show this year.
I'm looking forward to that. Let me tell you, buddy.
Plus, he'll be doing our trophies, and he'll be out there Saturday night with us and Friday. So anyway, we'd like to have some new people out there. If you guys got a race car, you want to take care of your sponsor. If it doesn't matter if it's straight or goes in a circle, y'all want to bring it out, I'm going to have a little area for you guys, and you can bring it out, come out and enjoy the whole show. And there will be, if it's a full-on race car, there will be no entry fee for the car. Guys come out, and it'll just be a spectator entry, and you guys can show off your car and talk to people about your cars.
Also, like I mentioned, they get a lot of people out there for this show to come out and just look and see what's going on.
Yeah, it's been a good year this year.
And like last year was the first year, so you didn't get too much advertising out, but I'm sure this year we've got a lot more advertising because I've been mentioning it every week on the show for the last month or so.
Well, we had kind of a hard time last year because I went on Father's Day weekend, and my show is always the second weekend. The first weekend is Street Vibrations, and then the next weekend is mine. But being COVID, I couldn't get any dates out there except for the date on Father's Day weekend. So now we're back on our regular weekend. We got guys coming from Idaho, a bunch of them now, it sounds like.
Cool.
And Utah, and got a guy coming out of New Mexico.
That's awesome. And I also been announcing a special guest. Tell her who the special guest will be.
Okay. Ian Russell from Full Custom Garage, who is a really cool card builder. He does his tools all come from like Harbor Freight, or he makes them, and he's not like some of the other guys you see on there. I also got Von Hot Rod, who's a world famous pinstriper. I got Tomcat, who had a stroke 6 years ago, and he had a stroke right after my show, and now he's going to come back for the first time in 6 years and be pinstriping.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Along with Cameron Bartlett, Tyler, Nick will be there doing with Full Custom or House of Hardtops. He's going to bring out some cars and he'll be pinstriping. He's a unbelievable metal slate person. He does slate like you haven't ever seen before.
Plus, you're going to have burnout contests going on as well?
No, we will not be doing burnout.
Okay, no burnout this year. Okay. But still got a full weekend lineup of a lot of things going on.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. There's Saturday all day. We're going to go to the bowling alley on Friday night. They're going to close the lane. Our sponsor, Alley Bar, that's in the bowling alley, they're going to close down around 9. And all the rockabilly guys are going to go out, and spectators, we're going to go out and have a good time at the bar. We're going to keep Davey awake until 2 or 3 in the morning because we know he's got to go to work on Sunday.
Yeah, then I got to go to work Saturday morning at Top Gun Drag Strip nice and early. So thanks, guys.
Yeah, so you have a blast.
I had a blast last year, and I know every year it's coming on. Hey, you remember what else we talked about over the phone last week that I wanted to do, and you were going to help do it? Should we talk about that too? You remember what it was?
Go ahead.
Okay. We used to have a lot of truck and tractor pulls here in Fallon. And since I met Paul, I started talking, I'd kind of like to bring something back like that, tractor pulls and monster trucks and stuff like that. Then he kind of mentioned I did that in California. I said, well, we used to have some at Madera Speedway, which they still do. He goes, wait a minute, you're talking about Madera Speedway in California? I go, yeah. Well, that was me that brought those shows on. We probably met, but I just don't remember it because I was announcing with Kenny Shepard back in them days when you were there. So we started talking about it. So we're going to plan probably monster trucks. We'll start off with there. We're going to sit down and start talking about it and bring some monster trucks back to Fallon, Nevada here. And I'm all excited about it, Paul.
I am too. I used to drive the truck Inferno, and my kid drove Inferno too. So we know a lot of the drivers. We got some really good friends that are actually driving for Clear Channel. And in that, I know the Fairgrounds has been trying to do it, but hopefully Davey and I can get in there and talk to them because we can put on a really good show with possibly a jet car and stuff that you guys will never forget out in Fallon. Teaming up with Davey will be, I think it'll be a great thing, and I think we can do a lot for Fallon.
Yeah, I know, because a lot of people still ask me, what happened to Octane? How come they don't bring these stuff out anymore? And I don't want to say too much. That's not my deal. I was just out there as the announcer for the racetrack, and that was it. But now, like I said, I want to bring them back. I got excited, especially when we started talking about it. Boy, let me tell you something. I went home that night, and I just, man, this is something Fallon definitely needs back here at the fairgrounds.
And I'm looking forward to maybe doing right before our show in May, or do something in late like you and I talked about, like in September or October.
Mm-hmm.
And try to get a ride truck out there for the kids and the adults to go ride on.
That'd be awesome.
A monster truck. And we'll just have to find an announcer.
Somebody knows what they're doing, right?
No, you're going to be down there helping me move dirt around. Come on.
Oh, no. I'll have a remote mic with me. Hey, I got to break for a second. You know James Greenwald?
No.
Well, it says, by the way, Paul makes a killer salsa. That's what he put on the comments.
Wow.
So he knows who you are.
Well, Tell him I said thank you. Tell him to come out and have dinner.
Oh, he can hear you if he's still on here. He can hear you. In fact, everybody is on here, and I got a lot more. It's not even on the comment sections here that are tuned in. So they are listening to all this as well. So,
well, that's great. We love it that they like our food. Yeah, we'll be out doing our killer cheesesteak sandwiches. We have a Mexican food vendor. We're going to have another vendor doing pulled pork, and we'll have our truck out there, we won't have our truck out. We'll be in one of the concession stands, but we'll definitely be making our super nachos and stuff like that.
oh man, that's good food right there. Nachos. I could eat those all night for dinner. Hang on for 1 second. My Sue back there in New Jersey is tuned in. Hi, cuz, from New Jersey. I love and I miss you, Sue. We need to get together again. You need to come out to Reno like I used to do from Jersey, whatever club you guys used to come out here once a year. Let me know if that gets back on again, but not. We'll talk to each other on the phone. Rusty McMillan is on there. He's the new director of competition out at Rattlesnake Raceway, doing a great job out there, Rusty. The track is awesome. No more dust. I mean, a little bit of dust, but that's normal for any racetrack. But you got some good racing surfaces out there at Rattlesnake Raceway. And again, you stuck to your words when you came on and said you're going to be done by 10 or 10:30, which you're doing, buddy. Good job. All right, yeah. But back to your food trucks. I guess he knows who you are, but you don't know him.
Oh, well, I probably know him. I guess I shouldn't say it over the air. I know we've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
I know 90% of the people by the car they drive and not their name. And now that I'm getting older, it's getting worse. But I still know what car they drive.
This may sound funny. If I see a driver in his racing uniform, I know who it is. If I see him out of his uniform, sometimes I have a hard time remembering who in the heck they are.
Yeah, so you're getting old too.
Yeah, well, I'm 71 years old. I've been old for a long time now.
It's always nice to hang out with you because I'm the younger one.
Yeah, you're the younger one. Yeah, you can blame everything on the old guy. It's the old guy's fault. All right, where can they get a hold of you about the Rockabilly Riot?
Okay, you can go to our website, which is abepg.com. And you could go around and look at the tattoo artists, some of the previous winners, fill out a form for pre-entry. We're going to take pre-entry all the way until next Tuesday night where the guys can get in because it's so hectic on Friday and Saturday because we have a huge drive up of cars. And you can also call me at 775-291-5008.
And if you missed all that, you guys can go ahead and email me, give me a call, message me on Facebook or whatever, and I'll give you all the information too, how to get a hold of Paul if you want to join or just even come out and find out what's happening. And we can go from there. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a big weekend out here in Fallon. We got you guys going on with the Rockabilly and NHRA coming into Top Gun Drag Strip. I forgot to mention, we'll probably over 500 different types of cars will be at the track that weekend as well. So unfortunately, it's on the same weekend.
Yeah, no, I want to sit down with Top Gun because my guys are definitely drag race and that kind of car, and I definitely would like to sit down with them, and I would even entertain moving on when the nostalgia cars come up because it would be a great fit to be able to come out and bring our cars out and see you and play around a little bit and come back and then get you guys to come over and see us. So we need to hopefully get communication going this year to where we could do something together, and then that way it'll work out.
Yeah, we'll get that going, and that would be a good weekend with the nostalgia cars here. Put them together. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of talking right there on both the clubs. A lot of talking on the PA.
Even if we could just run Friday night with y'all, that'd be great because we'll have the guys come back. But it's a lot of the cars you got out for the nostalgia drags are all cars that a lot of our guys do run with the nostalgia down in Bakersfield. because the guys that come up from Bakersfield are all got cars that they drive on the street, but they go out and play in stock eliminator classes.
I've got to stop you right there. My brother Mike's on here, but my great niece. Hi, Uncle David. It's Michaela. Oh, sweetheart, how are you? She just turned 1 year old about a week ago. So
Cool.
I love you, sweetheart, and smack your grandpa for me, your papa for me, my brother. Okay, one more. Mike Christopher Foley, great guy. I've known him from years. Guys, what is the date for the Rockabilly Riot? I just looked up on Facebook page, and it only says June 2020 or 2022, and it doesn't say what date. Okay, your chance. What's the dates again? I already mentioned date, but go ahead, Paul.
Okay, it's June 9th, 10th, and 11th. And then tattoo artists will be there the 9th through the 12th. And if you go to the official Rockabilly Riot Facebook page, that'll bring you to the official riot. Once again, it's the official Rockabilly Riot. There's a few other ones that other people have started to be nice, but mine's got all the latest and updated on it. And also you can go to our website.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be a busy weekend. I mean, it's great for the town because, believe it or not, a lot of people don't realize that when you guys come in, how many people you draw, and then when we run on any given weekend, how many people we bring from out of town here, the town makes quite a bit of money.
Yeah, they seem to be happy with us from the little. We consider that like one of our smaller shows, I think, even than our first one that we had there last year. So, and they was happy with what they did in revenue and in the town. And now this year it should be probably at least double the amount of cars.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's for sure.
It's only $5 to get in. I got spectators calling, trying to get pre-advance tickets and everything. So it's looking really good.
Now, some of these rat rods do run the drag strip at Hot August Nights, right?
Yeah, some of them do.
I mean, it's a real short track, but it's a lot of people go out there just for the tire burns and the noise off that starting line there.
Yeah, quite a few of our guys, they run out there. We got like Miller's Chop Shop and guys like that actually help do it. And,
yeah.
They started when I came and did my first year. I was the first one in Nevada to do drag racing, and then everybody came over and was asking me who and what and how I got it legal back in Nevada, because they hadn't drag raced in the town of Nevada since Hot August Nights, when they let guys in little fiberglass seat buckets go down the speedway, and they had a death and it shut it down. And I started it back up again. And then we was at GSR, and then the Nugget, we drag raced at the Nugget.
Yeah.
And we drag race downtown at the Sands Club and here in Carson City.
That's going to be interesting. Now that they got all that other property they had built up around the Nugget there, when they run the drag races, it's going to be packed.
Yeah, I don't know if I guess they're running it this year from what I heard, but and it'd be perfect to run it out at the fairgrounds, but it's just a lot of bleachers and K-Rail.
Yeah.
To keep everybody safe.
That's a lot of work too.
A lot of work.
And I'm sure the insurance goes, hey, where's the K-Rails?
Yeah, no, my insurance went up 3 times over last year just because of the pandemic.
Oh, God. Everything, that pandemic, everything's blamed on the pandemic. I blame it on the butthead there in Washington. I won't say his name.
No, we won't get started on that live on the air. So.
Okay, I'm going to break away again. Jeff Tuttle. Say hello, Mr. Munoz. Enjoying my honeymoon. Yeah, congratulations, Jeff Tuttle, one of our local drivers around here. Known the Tuttles for many, many years back in California. Ocean Speedway there from the races there. See, he's watching from Alaska on his honeymoon. Jeff, I hope you and the missus enjoy that honeymoon. And again, congratulations. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, maybe, or whatever, around the racetrack, or come on out this weekend, next weekend, for this rockabilly riot. You'll love it. Dan McCormick's on here. Let's go Biden. Yeah, let's go Biden. That's for sure. I could have said it that way. But it's not a political show, and I'd probably get kicked off all the channels that I'm on here, from Facebook to YouTube and whatever else, if I got into it the way I'd like to get into it. And I got to make a correction. My brother just messaged me back. She's 18 months old. My great grand niece now, 18 months old. Man, time flies. I thought she just turned 1 year old. Man, got to pay more attention.
I wish
to it.
I had it when you're. Yeah, mine would be great too.
Well, I got some greats. Great to great grandkids and nieces and nephews. So I'm an old guy.
Yeah, I got a 26-year-old grandson.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Is he here local?
Yeah, and then I got a bunch of other ones. But yeah, the 26-year-old, I keep on wishing my kids was 26.
Okay, one more time. Give them the email address and the phone number to get a hold of you.
Okay. It's abepg.com, and that stands for A-Bomb Entertainment Production Group. So abepg.com, and the phone number is 775-291-5008.
And again, if you want some more information, get a hold of me, and I'll give you the phone number and the website again. And if you have any questions, I'll just relayed it on to Paul. Hey, can we talk about your background, which I was really excited about when you told me about it as well?
I've been a stagehand for 43 years, on tour and doing stuff. I learned how to do car shows from the great Don Tognati and Blackie Bagdasarian.
Oh, Blackie, yeah.
Yeah, they was all friends of mine, Don, Rick Perry, George Haig. And they all taught me. We would do the power for the good guys shows. And I've always had cars wherever we went. When we was on tour, we did most of our concerts in speedways. From Madeira, we did Hank Williams and Reba McEntire, and El Cajon, the same group, and all these speedways. And I was always the gearhead. And then went to work. DSR went out and tried to help the people that was opening up Burnley like 7 years ago.
Yep.
And they didn't want to advertise or whatever. I did a monster truck show there. I brought in 3-4 Hot Wheel trucks for that event. And it was just, there wasn't advertised well from the people out there. And so that's kind of my background. I'm a sound guy. Was last 20 years of what I did. I was a monitor engineer was what I did. So.
And all big name groups too.
Yeah, I was on tour with Reba, Hank, Alabama.
I got to tell you a story about Alabama, how I met them. It was at the Cowtown in San Jose. Oh
my God.
You went there too? Everybody there. But I got there early for their concert that night. And this is before they would have 40,000 people at their concerts. They were doing the bars and everything at this time. Within a year later, they just big time. But anyhow, I walked in early, and there they are. They just got done doing their rehearsal, sitting at their table there, having some beer. And I walked in. I look around and I forgot who told. Hey, come and join us. So I went over, introduced myself, sit down, having a couple of beers with them. I think we were there for about an hour at the table, and they had to leave to get all dressed up and get ready for everything for that concert that night. And I can't remember the lead singer, the lead guy from. Can't remember, but anyhow, this is what he tells you. I says, I want to say something to you. I go, what's that? I just want to say thank you. I go, for what? We just sat here and BS and had some beer. Exactly. You did not ask us one question about our music, and I appreciate this was just a regular have a beer with some guys, and that was it. And he says, I really appreciate it. I'll never forget that night.
That's funny. I got even a worse story from Madeira Speedway. I was It was like the third show that I was a stage manager. We pulled into Madera. We had a huge load bearing roof. We had Alabama. And that was the year that was really big. We put 5,000 chairs in the Speedway at Madera.
Wow.
And I listen to rock and roll. I don't listen to country. And some guy came up and we was doing something on stage, which we won't talk about, but he came up and I go, yeah, it was a lot of work for a hillbilly band. And he goes, do you know who the stage manager is tomorrow? And I go, yeah, it's me, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And he goes, I'm the lead singer from Alabama. So, and I have 14 more shows with that guy. So needless to say, my life was miserable. And that all came out of your Speedway. Sarah.
Be careful what you say. I've learned that a long time ago, especially when you're working like that.
Yeah, it was Madera. Madera is one of my favorite tracks. We owned the Golden. My wife and I owned the Golden Silver Mega Power Golden Silver Tour. We was one of the owners in it. We had partners who was worthless, but anyway. And we used to take our tour from there to Stockton to Altamont was open. We're the ones that my company went down and helped reopen up Altamont Speedway. The guy's name escapes me, but he built all the big gigantic signs that was on the roads and stuff like that. But anyway, if we opened up there, I did the first monster truck show that was ever there. I did the first concert since the one that everybody knows about. It was with Johnny Rivers, and Johnny Rivers did it. We put him in a Legends car, and we kept on trying to keep him on the middle speedway. And he kept on driving that Legend all the way around that big ass track, and it was really cool though. But yeah, I love racing, so anything I can do to help you guys is wonderful.
Well, you're doing a lot for me, even just by hiring me as your DJ, MC, or whatever. Plus, you're helping me with my music, making it all sound better. I got that 15-channel equalizer hooked up, which makes my music sound even better. And there's some more stuff we're going to be hooking up, so we're going to get that going as well. So make the singer sound really, really good.
Right on. Well, I'm looking forward. Well, you're going to be my partner in the Monster Truck Show, so
there we go, buddy. All right, hang on here for a second. Scott Longmuir's on here. CLC blaring at my place. Scott, question CLC. I probably know what it is, but let me know what that is. Glenn Ford, how you doing? Glenn, since our messaging the other day, I'm thinking more and more about before the Howard Kading race there at Ocean Speedway. Yeah, we'll try to have all four of them on there if I can get this to work out. Brent, Howard, Katie, and Mike Sargent and Mark Sargent. We'll get them all on there in one show. So I'm going to start working on that. That's a damn good idea, Glenn. Anytime you come up with an idea like that, don't message me back. Hey, I don't want to tell you how to run your show, but no, just keep sending things like that. But that was awesome. And again, now I'm really turned on about that, Glenn. Thank you. Again, Glenn or Scott, let me know what COC is. Blaring at my place. All right, Paul, I want to thank you for coming on.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was an honor to be on your show. I look forward to seeing you soon, and thank you for the help and the advertisement. We appreciate it.
We'll probably have you on for a few minutes next month because of or next week, I should say next week, because of the show being next weekend too. So probably have on for a few more minutes to really talk about this thing and get it pumped up.
Well, thank you so much. You have a wonderful night.
You too, Paul. We'll catch you later. And thanks for talking. Mm-hmm.
Thanks to everybody for listening, Davey. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Boy, the technology is good. This little box I purchased for about almost $600. What things I can do on this live program here. A lot of different things. I haven't gotten close to what I can do with it too, but there's a lot I can do, and I'm glad I purchased it. Like one of them, talking on the phone live, using it, just plug it in, and we can go live with anybody on a telephone. That was a landline, not a cell phone. So that's the first time I had a landline call. So I wasn't sure if that was going to work, but it did work. Again, Paul Sampson, he'll be here next weekend with his 12th annual Rockabilly Riot there here at the Churchill County Fairgrounds. So if you're not doing anything, check it out. And not come out to Top Gun Raceway. drag strip that same weekend. We're going to be busy here in Fallon next weekend. And again, if you get a chance, come out to Lovelock, Nevada this weekend for the car show. I'll be there as the DJ. Can't wait for it. I'll be leaving there Friday night. Get some ice cream. A bunch of the guys there in the car show, they all get together on Friday night and have some ice cream. Isaac Reed, getting done and killing like you always do. Isaac, good to have you on here, buddy. Been a while. We haven't seen each other since I forgot what year we had the big race there at Rocky Hill Speedway there. It's been quite a while. It's good to see you on here, though. And I want to thank everybody else that tuned in. I know there's a lot of other people who have not hit the button to be on the comment section that's tuned in. So I want to thank everybody there. And we will be back next Wednesday at 6 p.m. And again, my name's Davey. Thank you. You're also Davey's American Racing. Hang on. Maybe Madeira in August. Let me know what race that is. Maybe I can make it out there. I got a busy schedule for the next 2 or 3 months over there than I do around here. Ron knows how busy I am. You like that, huh, Ron? Everybody. But yeah, let me know, Isaac. Be good to see you out there. And I need to take a trip out there as well to Madeira Speedway. I miss that track big time, just like in Porterville there. Rocky Hill Speedway. I mean, it's one of the older tracks there, but man, did we have fun out there. Even when I was here in Nevada, I'd drive all the way out there for the turkey shootouts there. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, if you have nothing to do this weekend, Lovelock, Nevada, come out for enjoy a great car show. There is trees out there, so there'll be some shade. And if you want to come out, go ahead and bring your pop-up, whatever. Come out there, and I'll be out there as the DJ and MCing the whole program. We'll have great food out there as well. And if you can't make that, you people up there in Elko, I know a lot of you up there in Elko and Battle Mountain will coming down to Winnemucca Regional Raceway for their big 3 days of racing there. Big payout. So they're going to good cart count out there. And if I wasn't busy this weekend, that's where I would be. Because I do miss Winnemucca Regional Raceway. I was their track announcer out there last year. But they went a different route. They got two guys from Talking Sports with I forgot one blank on their names, but they're announcers out there. They do all three of the tracks. Summit Raceway there in Elko, Battle Mountain Speedway, and Winnemucca Regional, but they're announcing, but they're going live. They have all the stuff to go live with. They have their own program, which is live as well. So they have all the cameras to do it. And when they told me, I said, hey, that's no problem. I'd rather have that live. We get coverage for everybody else to be able to watch. So do miss the racetracks out there. Do miss the racing up there. But again, if you've got nothing to do, Lovelock or Winnemucca around this area. And then check your local listings at your local tracks there in California, Oregon, Utah, Idaho. Make sure everybody's running this weekend. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on Davey's American Racing. We'll see you next Wednesday at 6 p.m. All right, everybody. Take care. And as always, God bless.